Audio test 1, 2. Okay, that works. Alright, here's hoping. Okay, I'm not seeing video out. There we go. Okay, looks like we might be live. So let's get this back on the road. We are doing American Truck Simulator today. Going for a long haul from Arizona to Oregon. And just realized the title of the stream is wrong. Have to fix that. Fix that here. I titled the stream Oklahoma. We are not going to Oklahoma. We're going to Oregon. They both start with O, right? What could possibly go wrong? Okay, that's settled, maybe, hopefully. And let's get back on the road. You can see here on the side, we're hauling a heavy bulldozer, 89,000 pounds, from Flagstaff, Arizona to the Dalles, Oregon. We've got quite a drive going. What is that? 2.5 days worth of driving. But a nice pay job. And I'll raise some damage to my trailer. We'll ignore that. We won't talk about that. So let's get back to the road. Pulled off on the side here. Just try to stay out of the way of traffic. I've just started the job, so let's see if I can pull up the map. We just pulled out of the shop here. I was going to start the episode pulling out and forgot. So we're just here down the road. We've got to go all the way up to here, Northern Oregon. And I apologize in advance for my sniffing. It's either that or you listen to me sneeze constantly. Take your pick. Trust me, it's better to listen to the sniffing. Not better for me, but definitely better for you. Speed here. We'll give you a look around the truck here. So here's our truck. 3 rear axle truck, 9 axle trailer, hauling a large bulldozer. From the outside camera, it just doesn't work well. marginally within the realm of reality, depending on who you talk to. I also have large gas tanks. I have the police stuff turned off. What else do I have? And I have a custom paint job, and I gotta do something else over here so I can monitor. Let's see, I would need to go back to this. Yes. Okay, back here. And we're gonna straight, no, not that button. Straight search here for just a moment, and you can see my YouTube logo there on the door for custom paint job. Hey, look! Ah! Keyboard. I gotta do something about that keyboard. I have been having trouble with that keyboard for a long time. Well, 2 weeks now. It randomly will refuse to acknowledge my input, and then it'll start back up. Sometimes, fortunately not that time, but sometimes it will have queued every key press I made in the meantime. I think that's, well, no, that's not the worst accidents I've gotten in driving this. One I went over the embankment on the side of a raised highway, and I'll tell you, when you're pulling a load like this, that's hard to get out of. And you can see here why I don't generally drive this way, because it's not impossible, but it's a lot easier to drive from here. Much easier to drive from here. I go out here for things like this to show off my paint job, or the load, or when I'm coming into a hard turn or the pickup and delivery spot. That's pretty much the only reasons I'll come out here. I generally drive from here. It's much easier. Don't get to see as much, but it's easier. There's this view, which is from the top of the cab, but it doesn't, I don't know, for me it's hard to line up in the right place on the road this way. It gives me a wider view of what's around me, of the scenery and all, but it doesn't line up on the road right, as to me. And hello viewer, welcome in. And if you can hear the keyboard in the background, that's because I am playing with the keyboard and mouse. I have a controller, and I decided early on that I just prefer the keyboard for this. I really wish I had a steering wheel set up, but that's money I don't have. Too boring for you guys. It's a long haul. Hopefully we get some going through town and interchanges and stuff to keep it a little bit interesting. I can only talk so much and run out of things to say. That's the downside of streaming these trucking games is, unless you're a chatterbox, which I am not, it can get really boring for the viewers. Even if you're just doing short jobs, which this one definitely is all you guys get to watch is the scenery. But feel free to jump into chat. I'd love to answer questions or whatnot. Keep me from falling asleep at the wheel, hopefully, maybe. Chat should be open to everybody. So I wouldn't normally go into this view for this, but just to show you guys, in case you're not familiar with what it takes to turn one of these things. This is not, why are you on my butt? What do I have on my butt here? He's just sniffing right up my tailgate. Now if we look back, watch how close that comes to the white line, even though I'm way out here. There's just no way of making it around those corners, especially right-hand turns, within your lane. Just not going to happen. That's why usually in real life, a trailer like this would have at least one, if not two or three escorts. Fortunately, in the base game, without mods that change things, there's almost no traffic on the road, so it's not hard to deal with. There are mods which add additional traffic that make turns like that really aggravating. The AIs in the game are bad enough as it is. Adding more of them just makes it not quite intolerable. I mean, it does add to the challenge. It just adds a bit too much to the challenge. Welcome in, viewers. I'll try not to bore you too much, but it is a lot of just driving down the road. That's what the game is all about. Feel free to join in chat and comment, ask questions, tell jokes, keep me from going to sleep at the wheel, so to speak. turn the camera to look, but I can't. Oh, here. Offhand, don't know what dam that is, but it's. I want to say Hoover, but I'm not sure of that. I'm probably wrong. It is. Hoover Dam access. Hey. Welcome in, viewer. Well, hello, Faripa. Do I remember correctly that you play, or at least have played, Euro Truck? So you're roughly familiar with this, although you don't have the space, or I should say they don't have the space to make drives like this one. I mean, this drive I'm making here is across most of Europe, equivalent, or at least a good piece of it. What is it? I think it's like a 1,200-mile drive. Okay, come on, move over, truck. I don't do much of the online, yeah, yep, whatever it is for your, yeah, need more than just coffee. I can't go anywhere. Move, car. All of you. Why do they... I swear it's a conspiracy. They put cars beside me just when there's cars coming out from the side. So I can't move over. Annoying. Not unrealistic, but annoying. Yeah, pretty much. Things are going too easy, spawn another idiot. And always in the wrong place, of course. Why is it only 45 miles an hour here? We're not coming into a town, or it doesn't look like we are. I agree. I don't normally use this camera angle. I prefer the in cab one. It's much easier to drive. But I figured this, as long as it's easy driving, this will give viewers a better, more scenery, more things to look at. Keep them from getting too horribly bored, make it a little bit interesting. I mean, I can always play it GTA style and give them things interesting to comment on, but that's not my style. Besides, I get enough trouble without it. So for those who have just come in, let's give a bit of a, see if I can give a quick tour of what we're pulling and what we're driving. We got a really small truck here. And a really small trailer. 9 axles on the trailer, 4 axles on the truck. Yeah, let's try to stay in our lane while I'm doing this. And just a lightweight load here. It is really hard to drive around a curve in this camera. Not impossible, but difficult. And we're going to pull a quickie here. I got lots of gas, but it's one of those things where if you wait, it'll be too late. Well, that's one of the things about this game, Threepa, is that, like certain other games, it is, you play it how you want. Like I have the penalties turned off. I'm using some mods that give me better gas and stuff like that. Because I play for the driving, not for the that kind of challenge. I have tiredness turned off and stuff like that because the challenges that I'm interested in are getting in and out of the delivery points and pickup points and just the general driving. Not interested in trying to track all that other stuff. But if other people, that's what they're in for. Some people just want a free drive around and look at the scenery, and I like that the game allows that. I do play it without mods, but I, I don't know. I think one of the things that has pushed me to use some of these mods are early experiences in the game that just what made some of those things too hard. I probably should try them again now that I'm more into the game. I have the good truck and all that stuff, and the experience and yada yada yada. Although I'm not giving up my paint job mod, just not gonna happen. Oh, I don't think he posted in the regular channel. He may be going back to college and may also have a different job opportunity, so he is preoccupied. Oh, this is going to be a fun... Oh, this is going to be a bad corner. Yeah, it was okay as long as there was no traffic there. Would have been really interesting if there had been traffic there. I'll tell him you said that. Ripa, how is the game audio volume compared to my voice audio? Decently balanced, or is one wiping out the other? That figures. Yeah, I've had a few comments on other videos the same. And to be honest, I don't know what to do about it. Let me try something. Come on, seriously? There. Back to there. Okay. How's that? Does my voice video come up any? Testing voice audio, 1, 2, 3. both came up. Oh, crap. Okay. So in theory, my voice is loud and the game audio went down, but should still be present. Well, burning into town here. Maybe I should slow down a little bit, especially with the cop car sitting there on the corner. So now you don't hear the game at all, is that correct? Okay, how's that for game audio? Cool. Thank you for the help. I need to do the same for Satisfactory now at some point. Because apparently I just can't get that one right, because I've done recordings to see what it sounds like, and they sound good, and then I'll do a stream and to get told that one or the other is low, and I'll do a recording again and make adjustments and yada yada. So I don't know what's going on, other than I know my sound system is fussy. It didn't work for you? Meltdown because you're consuming too much waste? That sounds odd. I thought it would go the other way around. Or is that because of the way that the waste is being recycled? Oh, this kind of corner. This should be... Gotta love the narrow corner. This is... Hey buddy, there ain't nowhere for me to go, so... And he showed up just as I was looking in my mirror, too. And I get another fun corner just down here. Oh, that sounds like maybe nightmare to solve it. I thought you'd like that kind of thing. Or wait, no, that's Squishy that does the numbers, isn't it? Alright, we're gonna look at it this way. Yeah, as long as nobody comes to the corner here, I'm good. The reason why is you can't count, right? Or it's something Squishy did. Yeah, it's gotta be something Squishy did. And for those others watching, Floripa and I and Squishy recently played through a game of Satisfactory. And Floripa is still trying to clean up his nuclear mess. I can't help them much on the nuclear side because nuclear is the one part of Satisfactory that I have never played with yet. So I let them do all of the nuclear stuff on that playthrough. Fair warning to anyone wearing a headset, there's a sneeze coming in, and I don't recommend wearing a headset when I sneeze. Even for me, for that matter. Can't say when it'll come, but it's coming. what do we got going on up here? Just a truck that doesn't have enough power to get up the hill. Hello, Diana. I know that feeling well. All too well. Well, good to have you in here. Except for the sneeze that wants to come but hasn't come yet and just itching my nose to death. I'm doing okay as ever. Biggest problem I'm having lately is every time I go to play just about anything, Satisfactory is actually the worst at the moment, but even just watching some videos, I get motion sick. So I don't know if I need to see my eye doctor or a regular doctor or just a different pair of glasses or what. And no, it is not allergies. It is just, that's me. 24/7 sneeze anytime. And when I sneeze, as I was saying earlier, you don't want to have a set of headphones on. You don't want me to be in an enclosed area with you. I sneeze like, my last comment in Discord, wherever it was I sneezed like the Big Bang. And that may be a slight exaggeration, but I don't do small sneezes. Taking a break from what? Satisfactory? Heavens no. How can I do that? I mean, actually, I have taken a break. I haven't done any in the last week, but that's for other reasons. Yeah, it does. The question isn't, the thing is, it's not just Satisfactory that's triggering the motion sick. It's, I mean, I can just be watching a random YouTube video and someone moves the camera too fast and I'll go, yeah. So for some reason, for the last, why in crap, oh, it's not. I'm like, why does it want me to go through the gas station? It wants me to go in the corner. And that is, yeah, truck, wait, down the other side of the corner there, buddy. Thank you very much. I wish I could keep plants alive, but I neglect them and they die. I would love to have a bunch of plants in this place. But I for whatever reason, I'll forget to water them or do whatever with them and they die and I just give up on it. My sister is the one with the green thumb. I enjoy the plants, but I can't. I just don't keep proper care of them. No, I'm from what most people would consider the Midwest in the U.S. I'm from Michigan. Yep, I'm still on there. I don't read it much. I don't say much, but I'm still there. I check in once in a while. If nothing else, I'll make a comment if Moose doesn't play Satisfactory in a while. Gotta keep him on his toes. It's no fair going halfway through a game and then quitting, you know? I mean, not like anyone else ever does that, but... Definitely don't look at the other playlist on my channel. We'll let him get. Let's see, Tuesday is his night or for that in the past, right? We'll give him until tomorrow night. But I know one person besides myself who was a regular viewer of his Satisfactory streams and quit watching because Moose didn't stream for a couple weeks. And that person, I don't know if they commented on one of their streams about not watching somebody because they quit doing Satisfactory. And because of how the comment was made, I knew who it was. I mean, I think I got to watching their streams because of meeting them on Moose's stream. I'm not gonna name names. But I believe I came across them through them chatting on one of Moose's streams. They will be among one of the many people who will be streaming Satisfactory 1.2 tomorrow. Satisfactory 1.2. 1.2 drops in, the experimental branch drops in, let's see, it's going on, so 16 hours from now. Oh, I can't even stay on the road here. I am very, very choosy, not just about the game that I watch, but how the individual presents the game, how they chat or don't chat. It's not just the game, it's the presentation of it that matters to me. And it's not just gaming either. Whoa, hey! Corner snuck up on me. I thought it was down there a ways. Yeah, let's see if I can get around this corner. So even on non-gaming stuff, even on tech stuff, which is what I'm into, it's not just about the content, it's how it's presented matters a lot to me. And I will click out of a video very quickly if the presentation is not my style. Well, the 1.2 release is satisfactory, and again, this is just experimental, not the mainline. Has been long awaited, long teased, and there's going to be a lot of people streaming it tomorrow morning. I will probably not be on the experimental branch, and my current playthrough will, I'm told you can remain on the 1.1 branch even after 1.2 releases. And if so, I will remain on 1.1 until I finish my current playthrough. And I need to get over here because I need to turn yet again. Well, I guess we're keeping it interesting here for a few minutes. This corner, I don't really have to go quite that wide, but if I have the room, I'm going to take it. And then about where that car is ahead of me, I got to turn again. I do not like Twitch. Just too much of the not quite forced community interaction crap that I just hate all of it. Oh, well, that's kind of scary. A civilian vehicle that just stayed back, well, it was staying back from the corner. Oh, it's not a civilian vehicle, that's a cop. Even more surprising. And another corner. Yeah, I am on Twitch, but I don't think I have ever streamed there. I think I'm only there because a couple of people, not so much now, but yeah. And it's one of those things, Twitch and YouTube seem to cater largely to different groups of people. Certain people like Twitch and certain people like YouTube. And in my experience, I don't think most people are like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think there's conflict between the two groups. But I think to a large extent, people who are drawn to Twitch are not drawn to YouTube and vice versa. And I think that applies to both viewing and where they stream. Now, in recent years, we got services like Restream, where people just stream to one place and it sends it to accounts on both things, and they don't got to worry about managing both things, which is, I think, it's a good thing for both services. I know Twitch doesn't like it. I don't know about YouTube. Twitch initially did things to make it not possible to work, as I understand it. But I think Restream and services like it are good for both platforms. See, I can't do that. I can't go to sleep if there's I'll say random noise, by which I mean like conversation or conversation especially. I can't go to sleep to. But even I can't even think of an example, but let's say a stream like this, minus the talking, the mostly random noise of the truck, every time the noise changed would wake me back up. To a point, there is a limit. If you get to, I don't know what the number is, but if you get a certain amount over the local speed limit, you have a very high chance of the game deciding you're going too fast, and you will get into an interesting accident just out of nowhere. Your vehicle will roll or spin or what have you. So, can you speed? Absolutely. Is there consequences? Yes. Now, with default settings, if you speed or do other traffic infractions with a cop nearby, you'll get a ticket or a fine. They don't like pull you over on the side of the road; you just get a fine. I have that turned off, so I can speed or drive on the wrong side of the road or whatever and not worry about it. However, I still run the risk of, if I'm speeding, I run the risk of running off the road. If I drive on the wrong side of the road, there's other traffic, so you can drive to some extent. I mean, I can drive out there among the trees right now to some extent. Some places you can do more than others, but your truck takes damage, which costs you money. Not that I'm hurting for money in the game, but and other things. So there's consequences, but yeah, if you use a mod with a ridiculous engine, they're out there. I know of at least one engine where you can outfit a truck with a 10,000 horsepower engine. You can guess what kind of ridiculous quote quote fun people have with that. Yeah, no thank you. That's a bit much. But yes, you can get ridiculous with the game. It is not a completely free roam. There are barriers, but like right now, I should be able to go up and take the truck up there by those power poles. I think it's hard to tell where some of the barriers are because they're not always visible. And as for speeding with a rig like this, many times I'm afraid to go the actual speed limit. Well, you'll notice now that if you look on the right hand side, you'll see the white square with the 70 in it. That is the current speed limit that I could go. Above it is my current actual speed, currently 58. There's not a chance in crap that I'm driving 70 on this curvy road. Just not happening, not with this load. If I was driving a standard trailer, I might, but with this heavy load, yeah, no, not happening. And they dropped the speed right down to 25 coming into town. Yeah, in my state where I'm at, the speed limit is 55, and I believe you are from the EU. I'm not positive of that. So this is miles an hour, not kilometers. I believe 55 miles an hour would be somewhere around 70 or 80 kilo, I think. So where I'm at, 55 is our speed limit, and that's what I tend to drive. Out here in these areas where I'm at, this is California, where I'm at currently, I think. Well, let's see, where am I currently? Oh, am I already up in Oregon? Let's do a map here. Yep, I've just, okay. So we started all the way down here in Arizona. So here's, for reference, over here's Texas. We're on the west coast. This is Arizona, this is where we started. And I guess I'm not in California, we're going up through Nevada. And we just passed over the border into Oregon. No, where I live all the way over here. And I live in this state here. And I don't know exactly, but other people we know live somewhere over here. I don't know exactly where they are. So back to driving. Well, this is a game that I have gone back and forth on. I enjoy the game, but I will play it for a few days in sometimes excess, as I have for the last few days. And then I won't play it for weeks. And then I'll play it for a few days, and then I won't play it for weeks. When a friend got this for me as a I think a Christmas gift, I had told him, I'm kind of interested in the game. I'm not sure how much I'll like it or not. It was, I didn't know much about it other than it's a driving game, which seemed interesting, but I didn't know what the experience would be like. I mean, whether it's going to be arcade or realistic or whatever. And let's just say about 10 minutes after he got me the game, came back to it going, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because the physics in the game are, I mean, they're not perfect reality. That would be very difficult to get in any, realistically in any game. But they are very, very good. It actually feels, even with the keyboard, it actually feels like driving. And I absolutely enjoy that. Kingdom Come. I think I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it, and if I've heard of it, don't know anything more about it, then it's odds are that I looked at it and that was all I needed to know. I'm not into anything remotely arcade-ish. I say that there's always exceptions, but I am very picky about what games interest me. I have a number of games on my wish list even that I'm not sure if I'm interested in or not. I've seen them enough to have curiosity, but not enough where I'd actually spend any money even if I had it. So they're kind of on my wish list because, well, maybe someone will get something once in a while. That's how I got this game. Way station. Wait. How do... This is... Okay, I gotta go. How am I supposed to... My route goes the other direction. How am I supposed to hit this way station? I hope I can pull on that road on the other side of the way station. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take a long way around. Let's see if this truck will follow me in here. Yeah, it will. My vehicle's not in perfect technical state. No kidding. I have more damage than I look. Now I gotta figure out how to get... Looks like I can go down that road onto the road I need to be on. Okay, so that's going to be making a really weird corner here. And hope no one's coming down here. So I need to make a wide enough turn to get out of there, and then I need to come back. And I could go off the road there. Oh, sure, pull right up to the corner, buddy. I'm going off-road here then. Punch in the axe locks. See if I can get everything around that truck. There we go. And this rig is, I believe, the longest possible rig in the game. This tractor and this trailer. There might be a slightly longer tractor. There is not a longer trailer as far as I know. So this is as big as it gets as far as I know. Unless there's a slightly bigger tractor. And while this is just fine driving down the road, there are drop-off points and pickup points that are not made for big vehicles. They're made for your standard single trailers. And I'll tell you what, they're interesting to get in and out of with this. And those challenges are what I like about this game. That's why I drive this big trailer. So 6 hours game time, so that'll be 15-20 minutes real time left. And then I will take a break to get some food and see about another long trip. The light's green, go. Oh, I was getting ready to turn. I don't need to turn. kind of setup place is this here? Is this a rest stop? Sorry there, car, I gotta turn. Somewhere in here. Is a tool shop where I can make some repairs. Somebody has an old classic car. Let's repair. Oh boy, I've done a number on this, hadn't I? That'll do. I'll see if I can get back out of here. Yep, thank you for chatting with me, Diana, and have a good night. Alright, somebody's car alarm went off. Wow, out here in the middle of nowhere and got a traffic jam. That's quite a traffic jam. Oh, road construction. That figures. Good thing I'm not in a time crunch. I mean, if I was really mean, I could push through most of this. Or just ignore it and drive around it. But I try not to do that. I try to follow, if not the letter of the law, then at least common sense. Come on. Stop in front of me and see what happens. one's piled up behind me too. Look back, see a long line behind me, and then realize that half of that line is just my trailer. Because all the way back, there's the green truck there. There's a car in front of the green truck, but everything between that and me is my trailer. Come on. Either move or stop, but stop doing both. Artificial idiots. Almost as bad as the real thing, sometimes worse. Good heavens. Nope, not what I had in mind. Supposed to be... There we go. just so I get that figured out, we get to move. That's going to going into an overhead camera where I can look back and see how far back stuff went. this looks fun ahead. If you look at the map in the lower left, excuse me, lower right. Looks like immense fun. Yeah, speed limit's actually 55 along here. There ain't no way I'm going that fast. With a little normal four-wheeler, maybe. With this, not a chance. Looks like a beautiful place. Little bit curvy to get into for a big truck like this. And fortunately or unfortunately, not my first time in here with this truck. Actually, it is with this particular truck. Last time I was in here, I was using a equally powered short truck. Much easier steering than this is. This thing steers like a greased pig out of a cannon. The other truck steers quite nicely. But it's like, I've got the same engine in it, but, well, no, I don't think I even have the same engine in it. Not sure what engine is in that. It's got the same horsepower in it, but the truck is half the length. It's a short cab over. What is it? K100, I think. So while I'm thinking about it, here is, so there's the truck I'm in. I can't rotate it. No, not that one. Yeah, there's the one I was just mentioning. That's the other one that I like to drive. That one has the big engine in it. But it's really short, and it steers very nicely. And then there's this one with the big engine in it, but it's got, although it's got the big cab and lots of wheels on it. Then there's my, let's see, where is, so this would be my normal truck. Same cab as the one I'm in, but only the 2 axles on the back. And more normally powered. I think all 3 trucks have the same transmission in them. 18-speed Eaton, I believe. And I think this one and the smaller, hello, smaller 800 have Detroit engines in them. I'm not certain on this one. I know the 800 is Detroit. I think this is a Detroit. I don't think the one in the cab over is a Detroit. I'm not sure what it is offhand. It's not the same engine as what's in this. Same power, but a different engine, I believe. I've got to turn down there at the bottom of this hill. We gotta turn again and go over there somewhere. Try to stay off the curb here. Oh, lovely. Okay, so They're going to want me to park it over there. Fairly certain. And that makes this just a lot of fun. And I came in wrong, so this is going to be... Yeah. So the way to go about this is I need to bring the truck right in close to the corner of that gray bin, make a deep loop into that empty area, come back out as close to the corner of the wood back there where the two construction workers are, go out towards the garage a bit, come back in right around that pole, not quite at it but close, with the idea is that I need the tail end of this trailer to be about halfway. By the time I get the nose of the truck over there by that pole, the tail of the trailer should be coming a little bit past the gray bin here. If I don't get all that to happen, there is no way in the world I'm getting this trailer into that highlighted parking spot. It's not hard to do, but you have to do it right. And this truck being rather challenging to steer makes making that tight circle difficult. So I need to come back as deep into there as possible. Basically, I need to make a big circle so that to take up the space of, and I went too close to that corner, and that's going to bite me. And I don't mean this corner right here, although I'm apparently too close to it too. But if we look at the tail of the trailer over here, when I pull the tractor around over here by this pole, the tail of the main trailer, so there in the middle of the screen by the gray bins, is going to swing out. So the part beyond the back of the three axles there is going to swing out, and that's going to push the final set of three axles up against that bin, unless that trailer comes past that bin before I turn out. So if I can pull deep enough into here, then I might avoid that. But if I pull too deep into here, then I'm not going to be able to turn, because I got to make a sharp turn back around that signpost. So I don't want the trailer coming too far back in here. Hope that made sense. And these guys are standing there laughing at me. Yep, we're pushing that. Oh no, I missed it. I think. Looks like it's coming by the corner of that just fine. But now I'm going to have to see how we're just rotating that main trailer on the rear axles mostly now. See, now I've got to pull out here, and I want to turn back just in time so that the trailer is straight to go into that spot. And if I did everything else right, it should be near perfectly lined up. It isn't perfect, but it'll do. I think it's close enough for the game to count. So if I come all the way back here to the left, yeah, not too bad. Actually pretty good. Yeah, the back end of the trailer isn't far enough to the up against the pallets and stuff, but it's enough for the game to accept it. Let's see what we got going anywhere now. Lightweight jobs, 60,000-ish. 80,000, we're going for an expensive one. All the way back down to Bakersfield, which is my home garage. Middle of California. Oh! Do I want to do that tonight or another time? I don't know. I think we'll do it another time. Or I may do it later tonight off stream, but I think that's going to be the end of this stream. Thank you for watching, whether you're watching now or later. Tomorrow there will be no stream of any kind, probably. I am going to be watching other people do Satisfactory 1.2. Wednesday, we'll see. Hey, Floripa, I wondered if that was you still watching. Thanks for sticking with me, and stay tuned for another one. I will probably be doing more of these. I need to get back into Satisfactory, but as long as I'm having issues with motion sickness, I probably won't be doing much of that, unfortunately. But I may have to call my doctor and see if we can figure out what's going on, because it's been going on a month now that it's been not heavy, but it's been annoying. So anyways, that's going to be the end of this one. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.